Dear students, we'll try to understand the poetry Wind. It is originally written by Subramanya Bharati, a Tamil writer, and it is an English translation. So please look into the textbook. The wind blows strongly and causes a lot of destruction. How can we make friends with it? So before starting the poetry, a question is placed before us, that wind blows strongly sometime and it causes lot of destruction. So how can we make friendship with the wind? So we may get answer to this question after learning this poetry. So look into the textbook. Wind comes softly, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. So the poet is telling to the wind, come softly, you come in a soft way. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't spoil the shutters of the window. Shutters means the panels of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. The poet is having so many papers and other things on the table. So don't scatter it. Scatter means spread the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. And there are some books on the shelf, and don't throw them down on the floor. So like that, the poet is talking to the wind. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. So the poet is scolding the wind. See what you have done already. You have thrown the books from the shelf. They are down now. You tore the pages of the books. Tore, tear past form. Tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. And you are the one who is bringing the rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Weaklings means physically which are weak. So they are called weaklings. So the person or animals or whatever is physically weak, we can call weaklings. So you are very clever at, the poet is telling to the wind, you are very clever. You make fun with weak things. Physically which are weak, you play with it and you spoil it and you break them down. So like that, the poet is talking with the wind. Hope you understood that much. Look into the next lines. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Already we have seen the poet is telling that you play with the weaklings, and some examples of weaklings which are weak and on which the wind will play the game. They are crumbling houses, the houses which are weak, frail. Frail means weak and delicate. The wind will spoil that house. Crumbling doors, if some doors are weak, then that will be spoiled by the wind. Crumbling rafters, rafters means the beams, the support that is given for the roof. Some houses are covered with tiles or sheets, and they will keep under the sheet rafters, the beams, support. Sometimes it will be with wooden pieces. So if that is weak, then that will be spoiled by the wind. Crumbling wood, if some woods that are weak, then that will be fallen down by the wind. Crumbling bodies, any bodies which are weak will be crumbled down, break down by the wind. Crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. So the lives will be spoiled if it is weak, and if a weak heart also will be broken by the wind. It means, for example, a farmer who lost everything in a wind, his heart will be broken if he is weak. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. So winnowing is done in our home and all. In the textbook, after the word meanings and all, you will see two ladies' picture. What they are doing is called winnowing, separating grains from chaff. That is called winnowing. Winnower instrument also is there, so that's called winnowing. So wind god winnows, separate the weak ones from the strong ones by destroying the weak ones. All these weak things, physically weak things, will be spoiled by the wind god. So wind is so powerful, and sometimes it will be like God. It will perish everything, it will destroy everything, means which are weak. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Steadfast means unwavering, strong. So the poet is telling, whatever you tell to the wind is not going to listen to you. So one option only left for you. What you can do? Make friendship with the wind. So how can we make friendship with wind? If something is weak, make that strong. If your house is weak, make that house strong. If the doors are weak, then make that firm, strong. If the body is weak, then make that body strong. If the heart is weak, then make your heart strong. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. So do that, then automatically the wind will become your friend. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. So one example he gives. If the fire is weak, then the wind will blows out that fire. That fire will be no more. For example, a candle. So if you go and blow, what will happen? So the fire or the flame that is on the candle will be blown out. And strong fire will be made all the more strong by blowing of wind. For example, sometimes we get news and Amazon forest get fire. How the fire spread there? Because of the wind. If strong fire will be spread easily with the help of wind. Weak ones will be blown out like a candle and all. If we blow, it will be extinguished. But strong fire will be spread fast with the help of wind. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. So the friendship of wind is good, and we praise that wind every day. So now this is the literal meaning of the poetry, words meaning and the lines meaning. Now what the poet is trying to tell here, don't take wind as just wind. Here what the poet meant by wind is problems, the different problems that comes in our life. We cannot tell to the problems don't come in our life, it comes. So what we can do is face the problems and make ourselves strong to stand against the problems, so that these problems can make us more and more strong, like the wind flourishes the strong fire. So same way, when we become strong, the wind or the problems can make us more and more strong. And when we become able to face problems, what will happen? We will flourish, we will develop, we will become more and more strong, and we will be able to face any difficulties in our life. So that is the message the poet is giving through this poetry. Make ourselves strong, ready to face problems in our life, so that we will become more and more successful in our life. So that is the meaning of this poetry. And now I will give the summary of this poetry, and write down the summary and read it, so that you will get more understanding of poetry. Thank you.